think Hoodle senses something.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. They try to get in our way.
Out of our way!
Strike! Sonic!
Now
I'm
we're
only
never...
getting started.
Swallow Blade!
Reggie, they rush you. You gotta jump for cover, okay? There! And again!
Swallow Blade!
Searing flame! Reload! Who wants to die next?
Here I come!
Tempest?
Yeah,
Into the shadows!
Swallow Blade!
What and weak!
Rising Wyvern! It's time! Shout! Here I
In
come!
the wind! Right here! Now! I'll be saving this one.
This calls for a celebratory drink.
Gotta break through! Damn it!
I'm only getting started. Here goes! Annihilation!
Swallow Blade! Talon Hurricane! Rising Wyvern! Sonic Thrust!
Annihilation!
Pierce through! I'll tear you apart! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Here I come!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of Comrade!
Right. Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental? Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Maybe something's going on in the forest.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Dragon Tail! Raging Storm! There! One more! Raging Cataract!
Sonic Thrust! I'll tear you apart! Slash!
In here!
Swallow Blade!
More for the top
This one keeps charging us!
Do it! That's what my shield's for.
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Don't get careless. A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond, and it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Looks like I lost it. Hup. I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. Not my lucky day, I guess. Looks like I lost it. Now where might those fish be? All right, once more from the top. There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
All right. Good fishers always keep their cool. There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
Is this what I think it is? That wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
We should be able to...
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. Why are you looking at me like that? I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
All done. Come and eat.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before. Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. Night! You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Storm! Rising Falcon!
Freeze Lancer!
Sonic Blast! Rising Wyvern!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here,
Rising Wyvern!
Sweet natural energy!
Rising Falcon!
Sweet dreams!
Turbo
Those are Danon after all.
I'm on it!
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
I can feel my power growing!
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Rising Wyvern!
Here, let me help.
Eagle Rod!
First aid! In here! Hearing you all touch the well, I'm only getting started.
ST Airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Rising Wyvern! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry. All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art! If he slows down, that's our chance!
In a
Trying
bind.
to keep up with a wall.
Rising Wyvern! Be sealed!
Dragon Magna Ray!
Sonic Thrust!
Dance in the wind! In here!
Pierce through!
Take
this! Swallow Blade!
It's over!
Pierce through!
Annihilation! Back and forth!
Here I come! Swallow Blade!
Seal!
Come on! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Sleep now. Get on in there with
this!
Lunar
Swallow
Corruption!
Blade!
Gemini Aqua!
Rising Wyvern!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
This should... make for some good weapon crafting material.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
No holding back!
This will be a piece of cake!
Here's evil!
Rising Falcon!
Mine is better.
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
You're finished! All yours!
In the Raging cascade! Here now!
I'm surrounded!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I guess you had your reasons.
Told ya, Live's unstoppable.
With this, I can become even stronger.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Wind national energy!
Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern!
It's a duel of the arts!
Flying freaks! I guess they just sit still!
Xion, can you take care of them?
Leave the enemy's arts to me! Done!
No place here!
Eat them!
This one's mine! Crash you!
We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Right, no time to hold back.
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Here I come!
One more!
Here I come!
Eat this!
Rising Wyvern!
And you are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no? These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
There! Go! Light astral energy! Raging cascade!
Talon Hurricane!
Dance in the wind!
Rising Wyvern!
Now.
Lunar Rondo!
This'll come in handy.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you.
An opponent like this should be easy. Rising Wyvern!
I'm like bait to them!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning condensed!
Lunar Rondo!
Thunderblade!
Here I come!
Gemini Alpha!
Swallow
Don't
Blade!
mind if I do! Lightning!
Slash! Crash through!
The enemy
wields arts too.
Do it! You'll soon see about that!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! I'm not
Here!
done!
Light astral energy!
Stay still!
One at a time!
Lunar Rondo!
Not in your dreams!
This is real! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Mine! In here!
Portal Blade!
Eagle's Eye!
Burn!
What's this?
Thunder Field!
Portal
I
Blade!
can carve through it!
Rise to build!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Do they not teach you to say thank you in damage? I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Pierce through! Rising Wyvern!
Lightning Orb!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Let the Martians handle this.
An astral art?
That's my cue. Never miss.
Shut him down! Rising Wyvern!
Please now.
Rising Falcon!
Annihilation! Radiant Spirit! Lightning Orb!
Go! In an instant! Impact Block!
Raging Cascade! I'm all stopped up! Mega Ray!
Eat this!
Ready!
Sonic Thrust!
Air Thrust!
Rising Wyvern!
Here now!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
No, I wasn't!
Swallow Blade!
Confiscated!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! It's on! Swallow Blade! Ignite! Swallow Blade!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And
Sonic Thrust!
I really
Swallow Blade!
Here's evil!
Now I'm in the
Sonic
groove!
Thrust!
Far enough!
Sonic Thrust!
Where are you going?
Pierce through!
Blow away!
Slash!
Here,
Pierce
let me help.
through!
They've got me surrounded.
Swallow Blade! Try harder! Sonic Thrust! It's on!
Power of water!
Eat dirt!
Bring the home stretch, guys. What's
Sonic
yours?
Thrust!
Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law.
How come I get singled out?
Swallow Blade! I'm on it! We did it!
These little ones are hardly...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and...
I need to be stronger. That equipment should come in handy.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy. On their hands.
No
Here's
choice!
the healing art.
Slash!
First
I'm on it! Megasonic Thrust!
Here's the ego!
Armor won't save you! Swallow Blade! Try harder! Slash! Rising Wyvern! Rising Blade! Sonic Thrust! I'm on a roll now! Leave the chargers to me! Talon Hurricane!
We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of them!
Oh, someone's feeling lively.
Here! Dragon Shell! Can't get out of this! I'll finish you here and now!
Lightning condemned! Searing
Swallow
Slam!
Blade!
Reload!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Kisara! Commander of Heavens! Phoenix Cyclops!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I won't forgive you!
Raging
Pierce
Falcon!
through!
You're mine!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Radiant Light!
Ignite!
Here!
Sonic
Not on
Thrust!
my watch!
Pierce through!
Light! Here!
Sonic
This
Thrust!
one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Thrust! Come and face me!
Air thrust!
Slash!
Air thrust!
Now I can let loose! Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
With this, I can become even stronger.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
This won't be easy.
Pierce through!
Don't be such a pessimist.
Lunar Rondo!
Lightning
Rising
Raging
Falcon!
Mega Ray!
This one's all mine!
Do.
Here I
This'll
come!
come in handy.
Solid Storm! Sonic Thrust! Pierce through! Megasonic here and now!
Seal!
Not today!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Pierce through! Eat this! Here I come!
Quit staring and concentrate on the fight.
I don't take orders from you.
Swallow Dance! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! I'm on a roll now! Radiant Tear!
Heal Source! Raging Cascade!
I'll tear you!
Spread!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hi, Hoodle!
Pierce! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Tempest Whirl!
Rising Falcon! Slash! Swallow Blade! Eagle Fly! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Glacial Spear!
Here's the evil!
Pierce through! Giant!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
Nothing gets by me!
Swallow Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Smash you! Now I'm in the
Rising
groove!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
They got me flanked! Swallow Dance! Sonic Thrust!
Raging Storm!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Swallow Blade! I'm on it!
Where are you going?
It's time!
Tempest Whirl!
In a vine! Swallow Blade! First strike! Rip and tear! Rising Wyvern! Eat dirt!
Gale Force!
Pierce
Lightning
through!
Condemned!
First strike! Sonic Thrust! Megasonic Thrust! Take it out! Away! Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Will this help? Air Thrust!
Rising Falcon!
Lightning
Slash!
Condemned!
Rising Wyvern! Roll escape!
Thank you.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a control.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Here I come! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
We won that by a mile.
I
You
won't
require
forgive you!
I'll take you all off!
Can't get out of this!
Glimmer Dragon! Sonic Thrust! Pierce through! Sonic Thrust!
More corruption!
Shattering the
Here! Attack time! Arnex are coming through! Dance in the wind!
Armor won't save you!
Burn in hell!
Where are you going?
Pierce through! Glimmer Dragon! Sonic Thrust!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Here, let me help!
I owe you one! Pierce through! Rising
Finish you
Wyvern!
here and now!
Rising Falcon! Lunar Rondo!
Do it!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Sonic Thrust! Rising Wyvern!
Not in your dreams!
Pierce through! Sonic Thrust!
Hail force!
Thanks!
Up and at
Portal
let's
Blade!
go!
Pierce
Dance in the wind!
Return
Right
to the
here!
station!
Leave the chargers to me.
Damn it! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing
Pierce
arm!
through! Swallow Blade! Luna Rondo! Rising Falcon! Swallow Blade!
Talon Hurricane!
Rising Falcon! Strike! You're finished!
Wind Astral
You're mine! It's over! Eat this!
Shatter it to pieces!
Pierce through!
Will this help?
You're mine! Swallow Blade!
Let's get you out healing circle!
Hold it down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I think I'm getting stronger. Little hell! Healing arch!
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Swallow Blade!
I'm on!
Come one, come all! Swallow Blade!
Now, not in your dreams!
Eagle Fly! Fly!
By the
Pierce
power of
through!
water!
Rising Wyvern!
Going! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Not again!
Lunar
Lunar
Caribbean!
Rondo! I'll run you through!
Dance in the wind! Go! Air
Swallow Blade! Fly!
Now I'm in the groove.
Do it! Here I come!
Redwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Lightning is Thunder Blade!
Fly! Sonic
Glacial
Thrust!
Spear! Pierce Evil! Lightning is
Rip and tear!
Pierce through! Swallow Blade!
I can feel my precision improving.
I won't forgive you!
Fly! Pierce through! Rising Wyvern!
Try this on for size!
Rising Falcon!
Here's a healing heart.
In a bind.
Dragon Slash!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Ignite!
Going!
Swallow Blade!
Raging Cascade! Lunar Corruption! Gemini Ultra!
Swallow Blade!
Annihilation!
I can feel my power growing!
They got me flanked!
Here, let me help.
Pierce through! And more than enough to burn out! Rising Falcon!
Now, keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Leave the enemy's heart to me!
No complaints here!
Raging Cascade!
Rising Wyvern!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! Not a chance! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! Eternal Devastation!
Watch this!
Eagle
Take this!
Do it!
This one's home!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Watch and weep!
Dragon
Anything in armor is all mine!
Lunar Rondo!
Now!
Rising Timber!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! I managed to pull through.
Guess I misread the landing. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldomenencia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menencia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Swallow Blade! You picked the wrong fight! Now, call it thrilling!
Take it down!
Can't get out of this!
Swallow Blade!
I'm on it! Sonic Drop! Talon Hurricane!
You're on!
This one's mine!
Who the hell are you?
Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord? Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Watch it!
Raging
I'll
Storm!
tear you apart!
Pierce through!
Here's a healing arc! Lightning
Sonic
Attack!
Drop!
First aid!
Go away!
Burn!
Show me your strength.
I'm on it! Pierce through! Swallow Blade!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Talon Hurricane! Now I'm in the groove!
Too much. Here.
Over? So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Prepare for that immediately!
More when that came.
Take
That
this.
freaking does it!
Resuscitate Photon Blast!
Here, let me help.
Enjoy.
I really owe you. Sonic Drop!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
What's that big tower over there?
I hate camping out.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is. Not this way, I guess.
We've reached our destination.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danons and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danons rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris, do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform. which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danons in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danons, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Dragons and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danon's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renins.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danons we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danons here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renins just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danins with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renin culture is like.
Even though the Renins destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
everyone in trouble here.
Well, Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Oh yeah? Right.
Hey!
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, Any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes! What?
What?
I don't believe this!
All right?
No.
Sure.
Really now?
Yes!
What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Out of our way!
Swallow blade!
Drag it down!
In a bind?
Swallow blade!
These ones can run rings around us.
Lunarongo! Rising fist! Lunarongo!
Not in your dreams.
Come and face me!
Here's evil. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Do it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell you will.
Lunarongo!
We can really make weapons with this?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
It's on!
Swallow blade!
Rising Water!
I can handle it!
Lunarongo!
Eagle Assault!
Rising fist!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Generate the pieces!
These little ones are
Less talking, more pummeling.
barely a blip on our radar.
An opponent like this should be easy. Damn it! Slash!
I'll heal you all.
Sonic thrust! Nah! Pierce!
Healing circle.
Slash!
Thank you.
Rising water!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dance in the wind.
Rising wyvern! Lunar rondo!
Raging cascade.
Rising falcon! No escape! Rising wyvern! Lunar rondo!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. What's this thing?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I'm only getting
Can't get
started.
out of this.
Chinese supernova. Dance in the wind. In here. Here. This'll come in handy.
I'll take you all off!
Lunar rondo. Raging
Rising
cascade.
falcon!
Rip it
It's
down!
over!
I can do this all
Portal
day.
blade!
Sweet dreams.
Sonic thrust!
The tide of battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms.
Right. Comrades in arms.
Too fast!
What? Stand back. Too sentimental. Don't trip it up.
Pierce through!
Searing flame. Bring the wind after the hurricane. I'm also... Well, looky here. Little help.
Swallow blade!
Mega ray.
Rising wyvern!
Annihilation. Master dance in the wind.
Sonic thrust!
Don't mind if I do.
Pierce through! Swallow blade!
You got company.
Sonic
Gale
thrust!
force.
Flying free. Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Nicely done. I hate camping out.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Pierce through!
Dragon
Sonic thrust!
Never miss.
Rip and tear!
Slash! Rising wyvern!
Eagle assault!
Rising falcon!
I'm only getting
Lunar rondo!
started. Lightning.
Rising falcon!
Do it!
Pierce
Ready.
through!
Astral energy. Full throttle.
Pesky airborne
scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Wyvern! Slice! Pierce through!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that.
Do it! Sonic!
Frozen.
Hammer!
I think I'm getting stronger. Little help.
Swallow blade!
Glacial spear.
Wyvern! Rip and tear! Take this! Swallow blade! Rock out! Eat this! Rising
Where are
Falcon!
you going?
Talon Hurricane!
Rising Star.
Sonic Thrust! Rising Wyvern!
Through.
Rising Falcon! Strike! I'll smash you! Rising
Look,
Wyvern!
get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Right, next one.
My turn!
Already on!
Nice kill! Sonic Thrust! Not today!
Dust to dust!
Slice! Pierce
What's
through!
this?
Sonic Thrust! Pierce through! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
You require a hand.
Mega Sonic
Now.
Thrust! Sword!
Annihilation. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like we won.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Why didn't the Renans take it?
An opponent like this should be easy. Take this! Swallow Blade! Lunar Rondo!
Not on my watch.
Swallow Blade!
You got company.
Pierce through!
Raging
Rising
Cascade.
Wyvern!
Lightning.
Pierce through!
Dance
Swallow
to the
Blade!
The tide of battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms.
Right, comrades in arms.
Stand back. What? I'll trip it sentimental?
Ready.
Take this!
Lightning orb. Dance in the wind.
Pierce through!
I can carve through. Now I'm in the groove.
Astral energy.
Sonic Thrust! Rising Wyvern!
A victory for the ages.
Right, here goes! Swallow Blade!
Lunar
Rondo!
Lightning condemned.
Rising Falcon!
I'm like bait to them.
Through!
You require a hand.
Radiant pierce. Rage.
Take this!
I'm out of ammo.
Pierce!
I'm all stuffed up.
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Bring the hot stretch, guys.
What she said? Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out? Now I'm in the groove.
Be still!
Eagle fly!
Start up!
Wind action field. Light astral hands in the wind. Air thrust.
Here I come!
Where was it?
You wish to learn my secrets, young Nelson?
I can feel my precision improving.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Hi, Hoodle!
Anything you want.
Rising Wyvern!
Swallow dance!
Rising Falcon! Rising Wyvern! No escape! Eternal devastation! We've got flyers!
We are freaking invincible! Falcon and the others truly are
All yours!
strong!
What about me? Eagle assault!
Gravitas Fury! Chikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Glacial Spear!
I'm on
Here's
it.
Eagle!
Eternal devastation!
Freeze Lancer!
Am I imagining things, or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Flaming thrust!
Lunar
Soda!
Corruption!
You're
Don't
mine!
mind if I do!
It can hide itself? Amazing!
This one's mine!
Swallow dance! Take this! Pierce
Owner
through!
won't save you!
Sonic thrust!
In a bind?
Hey, look!
Eat this! What's this?
You're mine!
Glimmer Slash! Eagle assault!
Here, let me help!
Swallow blade!
Dragon
Crush! Blazing thrust!
All right, if you hear it now! Eagle dive!
No escape!
Here's
You're on!
healing
Missile!
Lunar Corruption!
Damn it! Only I'd been more careful.
You're mine!
Lightning! Downfall! I'll bring you back from death to
Can't end here!
Denied!
Here, let me help. I've still got some fight left in
What
me.
a relief!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Take this!
Resuscitation!
Anything in order
I
to
will
make me
clean out
go.
your energy! Dance in the wind! I'm ready to thrust!
Sonic!
I'll bring you back
Rising
from death's
Wyvern!
abyss.
You're on!
Sleep
Sonic
now,
thrust!
resuscitation!
It's
I'll
over.
heal you all! Healing circle!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Resuscitation!
It's
Here's the
on!
healing up! Where are you going? That's gonna smart.
You're
I'll
mine!
heal you all!
Not today! Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Nothing gets
Any more of this and I'll burn out! You're finished! Swallow blade!
Glacial Spear! Pierce the
No!
evil! Ready!
Can't end here!
Lancer!
Not done yet!
Searing flame! Reload! I'll end this with my own hands!
No further!
denied.
Freeze Lancer!
Tectonic punch!
This should do it!
Go away! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Searing Tempest! And that's thy
Sonic
will!
thrust!
Rolling snap!
Pierce through! Swallow blade!
All good things come to it. Now you see what I can do!
Searing Flame!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Back into the
Rising Falcon! Pierce through!
lightning! Downfall!
There!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Over?
Hasten! Here, let me help. That's gonna slow.
Mess with me!
Lightning condemned! Move
Do it!
Dragon Shout!
Chikara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
I hate camping out.
Is there a reason you're looking at...
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister, and Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Good night. I want to go back to bed.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Nice work!
Reel it in. Good fishers always keep their cool.
What's this thing?
Out of our way!
Swallow blade!
I can handle it!
Rising wyvern! Mirage! Sonic
Wait, now,
thrust!
careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
Take this!
Radiant
Eat this! I'll tear you apart! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike!
I'll heal you all!
Pierce through! Swallow blade!
Natural energy!
Rising wyvern! Take this! Murobondo!
Where are you going?
First strike!
Stupid knife!
one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! I'm not done! Slack!
Armor won't save you!
Sonic Thrust!
You can't get out of this!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Severing Wind!
There you go! Don't let up! Into the shadows!
Try harder!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Severing Wind! Now I can let loose! Okay, here I go! Sonic
No! I won't give in!
You picked the wrong fight! Thanks!
I'll finish you here and now! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Here, let me have! I never miss! I'm just getting shattering to pieces! Attack time! Tempest!
Prepare to be seared! This isn't looking good! Thanks!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Raging explosion!
Leave the chargers to me!
Into the fray! Annihilation!
Rising Falcon!
Focus, Ringwell. If you can't rely on yourself,
Don't be a martyr! You've got all your friends here!
Thanks. Healing!
Okay, here I go!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a bad place, my dear.
No, that is silly!
Rising Falcon!
Healing circle!
Damn it!
Cover the caster!
This one's all mine!
Now
Do it!
in the groove!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Little help! Healing art!
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
They got me flanked!
Sonic Thrust!
Glimmer Dragon!
Pierce through! Eternal Devastation! I'm not...
By the power of water!
Swallow Blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you truly!
Be still!
This one's mine!
Watch this!
There! One more! Mega Red!
Here I come!
Hear me! Flame of Fury here! Burning Strike! Get on in there!
Nicely done, Shion.
You're slacking! Step it up!
You made quick work of it!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Onward and upward.
I won't forgive you!
Crush! Sonic Thrust!
Eat this!
Rising Wiper!
Not on my watch! Mega Ray! Eat this!
Swallow
Annihilation!
Blade! Eternal Devastation!
Thunder
Blow
Blast!
away! Take this!
Radiant Flow! Here! Leave the enemy's
Rising
arts to me!
Wiper! Stardust!
No complaints
No
here!
further! Rising Falcon!
I'm out! Air Thrust! Light
Eternal
Astral Energy!
Devastation!
Healing Circle!
Rising Wiper!
I feel like me!
Rising Falcon!
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
We managed to pull through.
Who? Who?
Hoo, 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 hoo. 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 Hoo, 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 hoo.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kizaru? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
Hoo, 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 hoo. 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 Hoo, 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 hoo.
Lost!
Dragon Eternal Devastation! I'm surrounded!
Lightning
Rising Wyvern!
Raging Cascade!
Rise it! Swallow Blade! Eternal
Get out of there
Devastation!
with the
First strike! Swallow Blade!
We're clean at house.
Let me take the rest of them!
Well, someone's feeling lively.
Sonic
In
Thrust!
here!
Pierce through! The enemy wields odds too.
We'll soon see about that.
Swallow Blade!
Get the wind!
I'm on it!
Feel!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Rising Wyvern!
To me!
You're on! Not today!
A banana! Let's go!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
In here! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
I'll finish you here and now!
Lightning!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
blade! Talon storm!
No further!
Lunar corruption! Lightning orb!
Big blade!
Where are you going? Not in your dreams!
Sonic
Do
thrust!
it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Through!
I'm
already on! Sonic thrust!
Huddle! Photon blast!
Sonic thrust!
Do it!
Rising wyvern!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
This could be useful.
When did I get so popular?
Now or never!
Will this help?
Rising wyvern! Rising falcon!
Okay, here I go!
Lars, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
Eternal devastation! Crush! Eternal devastation!
Great! Amazing!
Shut up, Law! I'm trying to focus!
I was only trying to be nice.
Your power... It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Radiant lust! Lightning again!
Burn! Storm!
Lunar corruption!
Severing wind! Rising
Aqua!
falcon!
There you go! Don't let up!
Here I come!
Thunder field!
You
That
freaking Stay away from my friend!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil!
Pierce through! Swallow blade! It's go time!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! I'm ready! Resuscitation!
No further!
First aid!
Rising falcon!
Talon storm! Lunar corruption! I never miss!
I lost myself in the heat of the moment.
Raging
Not today!
I felt fine not too long ago.
I'll raise through!
Here's the end!
Rising...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing arc!
Okay, here I go!
Get ready! I'm just
Rising falcon!
Light annihilation!
Here I go! You're finished! Swallow
Not
blade!
in your dreams!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alphen. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Healing stroke.
What?
Lightning condensed! Here I come! Thunderblade!
Pierce through! Severing wind!
Take this!
Healing! Flame of the
I'll stop his charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
I'm on it! Severing
Raging
wind!
cascade!
Lunar rondo!
In here! Do it!
Rise the jump!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
I think I'll read my book a little more.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good. This should definitely keep you guys full.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything? A fish! You saw it too, right?
wonder just how many people have been saved by Xion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.